our ceremony. This English, and we finish a bit earlier because today we have every Thursday at Inside Meditation Group have a lecture and meditation here. Freezing to death, we not scheme, starving to death, we not beg, dying of poverty, we ask for nothing. We accord with conditions, we do not change, we do not change, we accord with conditions. We adhere firmly to our three great principles, we renounce our lives to do the Buddha's work, we mold our destinies as our basic duty, we rectify our lives for the Sangha's role, and concerning specific matters, we understand the principles. Understanding principles with light of specific matters, we carry on the single pulse of the patriarch's mind transmission. Ask myself, do I fight? Ask myself, am I greedy? Ask myself, do I seek? Ask myself, am I selfish? Ask myself to pursue personal advantage. Ask myself, do I lie? Ask myself, do I only one meal a day? Ask myself to always wear my precept sash. These from traditions of the sage city of 10,000 Buddhas, and no one can change them. Incense in the censer now is burning. All the Dharma rendering sees the fragrant from afar the Siva's cause of Buddhas, all in holy sweetness. In every place of speech as clouds of are sincere action thus fulfilled as O Buddhas right now show their perfect body. I Namo Sans Claugeno Obiaibo Odisava Aima Aisava Ainamo Sans Claugeno Obiaibo Odisava Aima Aisava Ainamo Satvagena Abhiyai Bodhisattva I'm Sattva. Namo Sivas Lotus Pool Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo Sivas Lotus Pool Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo Sivas Lotus Pool Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. The Sutra of the Buddha's teaching on Amitabha. Thus I've heard, once the Buddha Shakyamuni was staying at the Jeta Grove and the Pantika Sparka Shravasti. 1,250 members of the Bhikshu Sangha had gathered with him, all of them eminent arhats known for their higher knowledge. Elder Shariputra was there with other great disciples, such as Mahamagdayana, Mahakashyapa, Mahakatayana, Mahakashtila, Rivata Shunipandaka, Nanda, Rahula Galanpati, Pindala Bradavaja, Kaladin Mahakavina, Vakula Aniruddha. The Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas were also there. Dharma Prince Manjushri, Bodhisattva Ajita, Bodhisattva Gandhastin, Bodhisattva Hatukta, and so forth, together with Shakra chief among Devas, as well as multitudes from the heavens. Just then the Buddha spoke to Elder Shariputra, saying, west of here, beyond trillions of Buddha lands, there is the land called utmost happiness. In that land at this very moment, a Buddha named Amitabha is teaching the Dharma. Shariputra, why is this land called utmost happiness? The beings of this land never suffer, they are always happy, and so this land is called utmost happiness. Moreover, Shariputra, this land of utmost happiness is surrounded by 7 tiers of railings, 7 layers of netting, and 7 rows of trees. All of them formed from 4 kinds of treasures. For that reason, to this land is called utmost happiness. Moreover, Shariputra, the pools of this land are made of 7 treasures, and filled with water adorned with fine qualities. Golden sand lies the bottom of every pool, and each is surrounded by stairways made of gold, silver, vituer, and crystal. There are pavilions adorned with gold, silver, vituer, crystal, grand clamshells, rubies, and carnelian. Lotus flowers as large as skirts wheel with these pools. The blue flowers shine with blue light. The yellow flowers shine with yellow light. The red flowers shine with red light, and white flowers shine with white light. They're all wondrous, fragrant, and pure. Shariputra, the land of utmost happiness, is adorned with these fine qualities. Shariputra, in the Buddha land there's always celestial music playing, and the ground is paved with gold. 6 times a day, a rain of celestial manner of flowers falls. Early in the morning, beings of this land gather the wondrous flowers and the folds of their robes, and make offerings to trillions of Buddhas in other lands. At mealtime they return, eat their meal and walk in meditation. Shariputra, the land of utmost happiness is adorned with fine qualities. Shariputra, there are also many colorful and wondrous birds in that land. White cranes, peacocks, parrots, egrets, calavikas, and birds with two heads. 6 times a day, these birds sing an elegant harmony. They proclaim the teachings, such as the 5 spiritual faculties, the 5 strengths, the 7 factors of awakening, and the Noble Eightfold Path. When the beings of this land hear this bird sing, they grow mindful of the Buddha, mindful of the Dharma, and mindful of the Sangha. Shariputra, do not say this bird has been born to their misdeeds. And why, in the land, the 3 paths of misery do not exist. Even the names of these paths are unknown there. Rather, Buddha Amitabha creates these birds by transformation, so that the Dharma can be widely heard. Shariputra, in the Buddha land a gentle breeze blows and rows of Jew trees and Junets, making wondrous sounds. It is as if hundreds of thousands of musical instruments will play in harmony. All those who hear the sounds naturally grow mindful of the Buddha, mindful of the Dharma, and mindful of the Sangha. Shariputra, this Buddha land is adorned with fine qualities. Shariputra, why is the Buddha named Amitabha? That Buddha's boundless light shines as all lands throughout the 10 directions. Nothing can obstruct it. That's why he's called Amitabha. Shariputra, the Buddha's life and the lives of the beings of its land, through infinite many asamkhya kalpas. That is why the Buddha is also called Amitayus. 10 great kalpas have already gone by since he became a Buddha. Shariputra, among the disciples of this Buddha, there are infinitely many hearers of the teaching. All of them are huts. Their numbers are beyond counting. The Bodhisattvas in his assembly also uncountable. Shariputra, the Buddha blend is adorned with fine qualities. Shariputra, beings who are born in that land of utmost happiness will never retreat on the path of awakening. Many will become Buddhas in their next life. Their numbers are beyond counting, and one can only speak of them as limitless, boundless, uncountable. Shariputra, beings who hear us this should vow to be born there, and join with these good people. Shariputra, beings with few blessings, virtues, and roots of goodness, cannot be born there. Therefore, Shariputra, good men and women who hear about Buddha Amitabha should always call his name with no other thoughts. By doing this for 1 day, 2 days, 3 or 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, or as long as 7 days, when they approach the end of their lives, Buddha Amitabha will appear in front of them, together with his gathering of sages. When their lives come to an end, these people's mind will be clear, and they will be born in Buddha Amitabha's land of utmost happiness. Shariputra, because I've seen these good results, I want to know about them. Oh, hear what that said should make a vow to be born in that land. Shariputra, just like now, praise the inconceivable merit and virtue of Buddha Amitabha. In the world's two days there are Buddha Kshobhya, Buddha Sumeru banner, Buddha great Sumeru, Buddha Sumeru's light, Buddha wonders voice, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the Harmaka wide a long town that covers a large billion-word system, and he speaks these truthful words. All you living beings should believe in the sutra. Go praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, in the worlds to the south, there Buddha light of the sun and moon, Buddha light of renown, Buddha great blazing shoulders, Buddha lamp of Sumeru, Buddha limitless vigor, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the Harmaka wide a long town that covers a large billion-word system, and he speaks these truthful words. All you living beings should believe in the sutra. Call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, in the worlds to the west, there Buddha limitless lifespan, Buddha limitless hallmarks, Buddha infinite banner, Buddha great light, Buddha great brilliance, Buddha treasure hallmarks, Buddha light of purity, and others such as this, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the Harmaka wide a long town that covers a large billion-word system, and he speaks these truthful words. All you living beings should believe in the sutra. Call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, in the worlds to the north, there Buddha blazing shoulders, Buddha excellent voice, Buddha invulnerable, Buddha born of the sun, Buddha nets of light, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the Harmaka wide a long town that covers a large billion-word system, and he speaks these truthful words. All you living beings should believe in the sutra. Call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, in the worlds below, there Buddha lion, Buddha renown, Buddha light of renown, Buddha Dharma banner, Buddha Dharma practice, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his own land, shows the Harmaka wide a long town that covers a large billion-word system, and he speaks these truthful words. All you living beings should believe in the sutra. Call praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, in the worlds above, there Buddha Brahma voice, Buddha king of constellations, Buddha superior fragrance, Buddha light and fragrance, Buddha great blazing shoulders, Buddha body adorned with colorful jewel flowers, Buddha king of sala trees, Buddha jewel flower of virtue, Buddha revealing all meanings, and Buddha like Mount Sumeru, and others such as these, as many as the grains of sand in the Ganges, each of them in his homeland, shows the hallmark a wide a long tongue that covers the large billion word system, and he speaks this truthful words. All you living beings should believe in this sutra, called praise the inconceivable qualities of this Buddha land, and protection and care of all Buddhas. Shariputra, what do you think? Why is this sutra called the protection and care of all Buddhas? Shariputra, the Buddhas will protect and keep in mind any man or woman who hears the sutra, accepts it and upholds it, and who hears the name of these Buddhas. They will never retreat on the path to unsuppressed perfect awakening. Therefore, Shariputra, all you should believe and accept my words, and what all Buddhas teach. Shariputra, people already made a vow to be born in Buddha Amitabha's land. All who are now make that vow, all who will make that vow, are certain to never retreat on the path to unsuppressed perfect awakening, and will be born, or now be born, already be born in that land. Therefore, Shariputra, good men or good women who have faith, should make the vow, I'll be born in that land. Shariputra, just I now praise the inconceivable merit and virtue of all these Buddhas. They also praise my inconceivable merit and virtue, saying, Buddha Shakyamuni, what is difficult to do, especially in the Saha world during all the time the five trividities, the trividi of the Kalpa, the trividi of wrong views, the trividi of afflictions, the trividi of living beings, the trividi of lifespans. Amid all this, Buddha Shakyamuni has realized and suppressed perfect awakening, and for the sake of living beings, he explained this teaching, which beings in the world find hard to believe. Shariputra, you should know that during evil time to the five trividities, I've done what is hard to do. I've realized and suppressed perfect awakening, and for all beings I've explained this teaching, which is difficult to believe. This is truly difficult. When the Buddha had finished teaching the sutra, Shariputra and the bhikshus, as well as the devas, humans, asuras, and others, believe and accept and what that heard. They bow in reverence and departed. End of the Sutra of the Buddha's teaching of Amitabha. Namo Amitabha Yedo Toche Doyedo Dieta Amirido Bo Amirido Sidanbo Amirido Pijarandi Amirido Pijaran Cemini Ceceno Cedo Jari Zambo Namo Amitabha Yedo Toche Doyedo Dieta Amirido Bo Amirido Sidanbo, Amirido Pijaran, Amirido Pijaran, Cemiri Ceceno Cedo Jari Zambo, Namo Amitabha Yedo Tocedo Yedo Diendo, Amirido Amirido Sidanbo, Amirido Pijaran, Amirido Pijarando Cemini Ceceno Cedo Jari Zambo. Mokshan offering. Wishing now to understand all the Buddhas of the three times, contemplate the Dharma realm, all things are created from mind. Wishing now to understand all the Buddhas 3 times. Contemplate the Dharma realm. All things are created from mind. Wishing now to understand all the Buddhas of the 3 times. Contemplate the Dharma realm. All things are created from mind. Angela Diaz Abo, Angela Diaz Abo, Angela Diaz Abo, Namo Bumbo Diri Cheri Dori Dando Yedoye, Namo Bumbo Diri Cheri Dori Dando Yedoye, Namo Bumbo Diri Cheri Dori Dando Yedoye, Anstandola Cheto Zabo, Anstandola Cheto Zabo, Anstandola Cheto Zabo. Namo Buddha's Flower Garden Sutra of the Great Expanded Teachings. Namo Buddha's Flower Garden Sutra of the Great Expanded Teachings. Namo Buddha's Flower Garden Sutra of the Great Expanded Teachings. Namo Buddhas of the 10 Direction dwelling for all time. Namo Dharma of the 10 Direction dwelling for all time. Namo Sangha of the 10 Directions dwelling for all time. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, fountain teacher of us all. Namo Bodhisattva of compassion, Guanshuri. Namo Restore Bodhisattva, who rescues those alive and dead. Namo Honor Wanananda, who stated all the teachings. Namo Buddhas of the 10 Directions dwelling for all time. Namo Dharma of the 10 Directions dwelling for all time. Namo Sangha of the 10 Directions dwelling for all time. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, fountain teacher of us all. Namo Bodhisattva of compassion, Guanshuri. Namo Restore Bodhisattva, who rescues those alive and dead. Namo Honor Wanananda, who stated all the teachings. Namo Buddhas of the 10 Directions dwelling for all time. Namo Dharma of the 10 Directions dwelling for all time. Namo Sangha of the 10 Directions dwelling for all time. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, fountain teacher of us all. Namo Bodhisattva of compassion, Guanshuri. Namo Restore Bodhisattva, who rescues those alive and dead. Namo Honor Wanananda, who started all the teachings. We take refuge with the Buddha. We take refuge with the Dharma. We take refuge with the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, Honor as the doubly perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, Honor teaching us to end desire. We take refuge with the Sangha, honor among all the multitudes. Now we've taken refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha. We take refuge with the Dharma. We take refuge with the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, honor as the doubly perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, honor teaching us to end desire. We take refuge with the Sangha, honor among all the multitudes. Now we've taken refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha. We take refuge with the Dharma. We take refuge with the Sangha. We take refuge with the Buddha, honor as the doubly perfect one. We take refuge with the Dharma, honor teaching us to end desire. We take refuge with the Sangha, honor among all the multitudes. Now we've taken refuge with the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. Buddhist karma done by body, speech, and mind, prudent craving, anger, and delusion from beginningless time. Buddhists now repented all of this. Sentient beings, karma done by body, speech, and mind, prudent craving, anger, and delusion from beginningless time. Sentient beings now repented all of this. Lonely spirits, karma done by body, speech, and mind, prudent craving, anger, and delusion from beginningless time. Lonely spirits now repented all of this. Come this beings I now vow to save. Limitless afflictions I now vow to end. Bliss Dharma sign I vow to learn. Peerless Buddhahood I vow to realize. Countless beings I now vow to save. Limitless afflictions I now vow to end. Boundless Dharma I now vow to learn. Peerless Buddhahood I vow to realize. Countless beings I now vow to save. Limitless afflictions I now vow to end. Boundless Dharma I now vow to learn. Peerless Buddhahood I vow to realize. Beings of my nature I now vow to save. All afflictions of my nature I now vow to end. Dharmas of my nature I now vow to learn. Buddhahood my nature I now vow to realize. Beings of my nature I now vow to save. All afflictions of my nature I now vow to end. Dharmas of my nature I now vow to learn. Buddhahood my nature I now vow to realize. Beings of my nature I now vow to save. All afflictions of my nature I now vow to end. Dharmas of my nature I now vow to learn. Buddhahood my nature I now vow to realize. An bolap moring toring sabo. An bolap moring toring sabo. An bolap moring toring sabo. An aluraji sabo. An aruraji sabo. An aruraji sabo. An bubodiri chedori tanto yedoye. An bubodiri chedori tanto yedoye. An bubodiri chedori tanto yedoye. An sanmeye satoan. An sanmeye satoan. An sanmeye satoan. Namo sawadanto yedo. Wala judia san bolai hom. Tanto yedo wala judia san bolai hom. Namo sawadanto yedo wala judia san bolai hom. Namo solo boye tanto yedo ye dachudan solo bolai suru sabo. Namo solo boye tanto yedo ye dachudan solo bolai suru sabo. Namo solo boye tanto yedo ye dachudan bolai suru sabo. And one, and one. And one. Namo Sanmando Modonana Namo Sanmando Modonana Namo Sanmando Modonana Namo many Jews Tathagata Namo village Tathagata Namo wonders from Tathagata Namo vast expensive form Tathagata Namo far from fear Tathagata Namo sweet you King Tathagata Namo Amitabha Tathagata Namo many Jews Tathagata Namo villager Tathagata Namo wonders from Tathagata Namo vast expensive from Tathagata Namo far from fear Tathagata Namo sweet you King Tathagata Namo Amitabha Tathagata Namo many Jews Tathagata Namo villager Tathagata Namo wonders from Tathagata Namo vast expensive from Tathagata Namo far from fear Tathagata Namo sweet you King Tathagata Namo Amitabha Tathagata. May these mantras bless the spirits Dharma food, giving to all Buddhists many as they can just say. May they be content, renouncing all degree, swiftly leaving darkness, born the pure light, taking refuge with the treasures beneath for the body mind, ultimately realizing cancer breast awakening. May their merit and their virtue be unbounded for all time, sharing with all Buddhist sufferings of Dharma food. May these mantras bless these gifts of Dharma food, giving to all sentient beings many as they can descend. May they be content, renouncing all degree, swiftly leaving darkness, born the pure light, taking refuge with the treasures bring thee for the body mind, ultimately realizing cancer breast awakening. May their merit and their virtue be unvoted for all time, sharing with all sentient beings offerings of Dharma. May these mantras bless these droplets of sweet dew, giving to all holy spirits many as the Ganges sent. May they be content, renouncing all degrees, swiftly leaving darkness born and the pure land, taking refuge with the three just bring thee for the Bodhi mind. Ultimately realizing Conserva's awakening, may their merit and their virtue be unbounded for all time, sharing with the lonely spirits offerings of Dharma food. To you many faithful Buddhists, we now make this offering. May this food pervade and quarters so all faithful Buddhists share. We now dedicate this merit to all beings everywhere, giving food to faithful Buddhists so you realize Buddhahood. To you many sentient beings, we now make this offering. May this food pervade and quarters so all sentient beings share. We now dedicate this merit to all beings everywhere, giving food to sentient beings so you realize Buddhahood. To you many lonely spirits, we now make this offering. May this food pervade and quarters so all lonely spirits share. We now dedicate this merit to all beings everywhere, giving food to lonely spirits so you realize Buddhahood. An muriring sabo, an muriring sabo, an muriring sabo, an yenan sanboa pajalayo, an yenan sanboa pajalayo, an yenan sanboa pajalayo. The heart of Prajnaparamita Sutra. When Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara was practicing the profound Prajnaparamita, he illuminated the five skandhas and saw they are empty, and he crossed beyond all suffering and difficulty. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. Form itself is emptiness. Emptiness itself is form. So too are feeling, cognition, formation, and consciousness. Shariputra, all dharmas are empty of characteristics. They are not produced, nor destroyed, not defiled, not pure, and they neither increase nor diminish. Therefore, in emptiness there is no form, feeling, cognition, formation, or consciousness. No eyes, ears, no stunned body or mind. No signs, sounds, smells, states, objects of touch or dharmas. No field the eyes, including no field of mind consciousness, and no ignorance or ending of ignorance, up to including all age and death, or ending of all age and death. There is no suffering, no accumulating, no extinction, and no way, and no understanding, and no attaining, because nothing is attained. The Bodhisattva, who runs on Prajnaparamita, is then being his mind, because there is no impediment, he is not afraid, and he is destroyed dream thinking far behind, ultimately nirvana. All Buddhas of the three periods of time attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, who runs on Prajnaparamita. Therefore know that Prajnaparamita is the great spiritual mantra, a great bright mantra, a supreme mantra, an unequal mantra, can remove all suffering and genuine not false. That is why the mantra of Prajnaparamita was spoken. Recite like this: Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhisvaha, and of the heart of Prajnaparamita Sutra. Namo Amitabha Yeda Da Jeda Yeda Rieda Amiri Da Bobi Amiri Da Zidan Bobi Amiri Da Bijaran Amiri Da Bijaran Do Jemiri Jejana Jedo Jari Zambo Namo Amitabha Yeda Da Jeda Yeda Rieda Amiri Do Bobi Amiri Do Zidan Bobi Amiri do pijarandi, amiri do pijar. Chemiri jajana jido jari zambo. Namo amidombo yedo do jedo yedo rieta. Amiri dombo, amiri do jidanbo. Amiri do pijarandi, amiri do pijar. Chemiri jajana jido jari zambo. May all the four kinds of beings reach the jewel land, and the beings of all three realms be born from lotus blooms. May all the myriad ghosts attain the threefold worthiness, and the countless angel ones descend the 10 crowns. Amitabha's body is the color of gold, the splendor of his armor has no peer. The light of his brow shines round 100 worlds. White as the seas are his eyes, pure and clear, shining in his brilliance by transformation. Are countless bodhisattvas and infinite Buddha. His 48 vows will be our liberation. In 9 lotus stages we reach the farthest shore. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Kind and compassionate Amitabha. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Kind and compassionate Amitabha. Homage to the Buddha of the Western Pure Land. Kind and compassionate Amitabha. Namo 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 Amitabha. Amitabha, 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 Amitabha. Bowing respect to the venerable master. Conclude our evening ceremony. Wish you all good rest of the day. Good night, and see you tomorrow in the morning. Wish you well. Amitabha.